What's up guys, Anthony here at DPR. This week we're going to go over the process of buying a new male. What is the whole process behind that? Why should you get specific animals? Let's dive right into that. So in the whole process of, building a collection or adding animals to solidify your projects or jump into new projects, there is a whole process that goes into finding the right animals, identifying your needs, and really narrowing down the fewer options that you have. There's plenty of great animals available out there, but not all of them are the right fit for your collection. So I'm going to show you 4 animals that I bought in 2024 that are the right fit for my collection. I'm going to explain you why they are the case. And with all that, you should understand a little bit more my thought process when I buy new animals. Sometimes, you could have a plan in mind that you know exactly what you need. You want to make a Pompeii, you need a black pastel red stripe because you already have like a spot nose yellow belly clown, so you know exactly what you're looking for. Sometimes it doesn't have to be as clear as that. Sometimes it could be like a vague idea. I need a male with OD that doesn't have yellow belly, and you look for something like that. And by knowing exactly your needs or having a really good understanding of the animals you have, when the right fit becomes available, you're able to buy it really fast. Sometimes those animals can go for sale and just get sold extremely quick. A few animals in my collection are the example of that. I have an animal here actually. He's deep in shed right now and really bad eater, unfortunately for me. But this snake, he's a Orange Dream Yellow Belly Hypo Puzzle. And this animal, I instantly bought this snake when I saw it available because I needed that animal desperately, and it was a perfect fit for my projects. But we're going to go more on this specific animal a bit later in some future videos. But today I want to focus on some different animals. I was up north in a family cottage, and I'm always looking at ball pythons. I saw this animal available on Ozzy's email drop list, and instantly I reached out to Ozzy and I bought this snake right away. So this animal is a Orange Dream Special Hurricane Clown, and the reasoning behind that is I have a lot of OD stuff in my collection. A lot of it is with yellow belly, a lot of it is a het clown, and having an animal that has most of the genes that you can double up, so super OD, super Hurricane, super special is not necessarily the direction I want to go, but I don't have a lot of bells in my female, so it's not that big of a deal for me. So this animal is kind of a snake that I can throw at any females with some clown that I have and would make some sense. And I already see it when I'm starting to think about the future females that this snake could go to. It's already becoming a male that kind of has a busy list, so I'll have to be pretty selective with what I'm pairing to this male. But basically incorporating super OD into Hurricane projects is definitely a direction I want to take. And then this male is perfect for some of the other projects like Paint or Hypo Desert Ghost, for example. So this animal was a perfect fit. It's not a super expensive snake, but sometimes having animals that are more for supporting your collection and just adding extra genes, it doesn't necessarily have to be a super high-end investment each and every time, but more simple males can do really great job in the long run. So the next one is a funny story because this animal has been available for, I guess quite some time. And again, another snake from Oz that I got this year. And this snake, sometimes you see some animals for sale and you're just like, you scroll over it, you don't really think more about them. And when you sit down and you actually think about what you could do with that specific snake in your collection, sometimes it's just like a flash. Your mind light up and you're like, oh my God, I need this animal. It would be such a perfect fit. And this is also going back to do your homework about knowing your animals, knowing how many females are going to each male. If one male doesn't do the job, maybe you have to get another one to replace or have like a backup or another male to start. And this male is kind of exactly that case. He's breeding right now, so I'm not going to disturb him too much. Actually, he was minutes ago. Well, he's not breeding anymore. So this male, so basically this snake here is a Orange Dream Desert Ghost 100% het for puzzle, and he's now breeder. And I got him from Oz as a bit over a year old, so it was kind of a plug and play animal. After quarantine, he would go right away into breeding some females, and it's a great quality OD. Obviously, Desert Ghost doesn't like shine the orange as much, but really the OD and DG makes it super clean. So this male was super important for me. As I said before, I I've had some problems with some of my puzzle breeders this season, just some males that didn't want to do the work or were not really eating very well. So this male came in really handy, and now he's a powerful eater, powerful breeder. It really was an important animal to pick up for me this season, because it's probably going to save my my butt on a lot of females that I probably would not even been able to pair without this animal. And this is one, for example. This is a younger female. She's 3 years old, but she's been on and off, a bit spotty on eating. This is a female that I got from Cal Frost a few years ago. She's a Orange Dream Enshi Leopard puzzle. So out of that clutch, we could be expecting some like super OD combo puzzle, and everything would be 100% head for Desert Ghost. So a powerful, powerful clutch for the future. And this male is really, really helping me this year to save my butt on a lot of those pairings. But we're gonna dive in a little bit more in the future. I'm planning a video on the whole puzzle project breakdown, that the investment side of it, the animal sold, the animal held back, the way I structured my project, but that's going to be for another video. This snake here was produced here in Canada by Nicole Lyons over at Canadian Regis. This is an animal that she did not want to sell, and I managed to get this male from her. Thank you so much for allowing me to have this animal in my collection. So this snake here is a black pastel Hurricane Fire Red Stripe Desert Ghost. So a crazy, crazy stacked Desert Ghost male. There's no other hets involved, but obviously this snake is going to be a key element to introduce great genetics into other recessive in my collection. I don't have a lot of like plans for just stacking Desert Ghost combos. I want to do it with Hypo DG. So this is definitely a male that's going to go see some females with Hypo involved, to make some double hats with great genetics. But mostly, honestly, these genes would work perfectly well in puzzle, clown, paint. I think monsoon, honestly, as well. Black pastel might be a question mark, but all the others I think are just like no-brainer for me. So this is a male that you can kind of use for every sauces. I don't know, is there an S at sauce you're going to use for every sauce or sauces? I don't know. Educate me in the comments, please. A little bit like the OD Hurricane Special that we saw before. It's just an animal that can throw some really, really, really good incomplete dominant, as well as being visual for Desert Ghost. It's just like, oftentimes people focus a lot on the double recessive and the triple recessive, and the incomplete dominants are often kind of disregarded. And that's something I don't want to do. I want to build my projects full of incomplete dominance. And now with genetic shed testing, I could use this animal with a double head Desert Ghost clown and test for everything being head clown or not, and still get some crazy results down the line and skip probably a few years by using a male like this. And also I want to point out that Nicole's quality of Hurricane is one of the best I've seen. I'm really, really excited to be working with that quality of Hurricane and just build all my projects from there. I think probably it's going to go paint, clown. I don't have a lot of puzzle females, so like paint, clown, and Hypo for the first year is definitely where I'm taking this male. So we're back into the main room. We're kind of the juvenile room before. There's a lot of bins that are pulled up front because this is basically like, breeding males. And all of those males are visiting some females right now. There's a lot of them. A lot of breedings are happening right now. I can actually show you one that is super cool. It's kind of off topic of the video. Don't want to disturb them too much, but the female is a Orange Dream Spot Nose Hypo, 100% head for clown. Without disturbing them too much, they're still locked. If we go see at the back, the male is a Blackhead Cypress Mojave Hypo Clown, allelic combination. So everything minimum in this clutch will be Blackhead or Cypress Hypo, 100% head clown, and then 1 out of 2 is going to be visual Hypo clown. We could hit like a OD Cypress Spot Nose Mojave Hypo clown. It's pretty crazy. So this is one of my favorite pairings of this season. If the female decides to go, she's a little over 12 millimeters right now. So yeah, basically a lot of males are breeding right now. And talking about those males, this one is here because he's really close to breed. Another snake that I got from Oz, and this male was originally, when I bought this animal, it was labeled as a Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, or Asphalt, Barnhard Black Pastel Cypress Clown. And I'm going to show you this snake right now, and he is extremely, extremely mean. Really a lot of attitude in this animal, and insane saturation of orange for a clown. Such a cool looking snake with a white belly scales, but beautiful, beautiful animal. So as I said, this animal was purchased like, as labeled like that. But we did the shed testing. Unfortunately, it's not asphalt. It's yellow belly. It's super unfortunate because obviously being asphalt would have kicked some projects a lot ahead. Like, I have like some leopard asphalt head clowns, super asphalt clowns. I do have an asphalt fire clown, so that would have been absolutely crazy to be in a project of making already super asphalt combo clowns. It's not the case. It's a yellow belly, but I think that there's also an extra gene that is on top of that male. I will post some pictures as I'm explaining this, just to kind of give a reference a little bit on the reasoning behind what I'm saying. I do believe that this animal is carrying Scrambler as well. And as you see on the pictures right now, those are basically the exact same combo, but as a super orange dream that I don't think have Scrambler. And you see that the alien heads are really, really like typical look. And now if you look at my animal, all the pattern is really connected. You don't really have any alien heads, and all that pattern is super, super connected, especially here towards the stripe, towards the tail, sorry. And I do believe that this is the Scrambler affecting that animal. I know Ozzy's not been tracking his Scrambler stuff as much as some other people, but some of his animals that he's produced, you can clearly see some of them being Scramblers. And remember, guys, Scrambler is coming originally from Oz, but has been developed more and actually identified by Mark Mandic at Marcus Jane. So I do think that this male is actually a Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, Barnhart Black Pastel, Scrambler, Cypress clone. So if that is the case, and it is indeed everything that I'm saying, it is not a problem for him not being asphalt if we do have Scrambler in there. Definitely this animal is going to go for super OD combo right from the get-go, and being used into obviously hypo, DG, and clown. Clown kind of obvious, but also I want to take it into paint. So, a lot of different options, but I was desperate for a really stacked OD male. I don't really have much to produce a male like that right now, but I do have some females growing that I think a male like this would be really, really coming in handy for. All in all, I'm super excited about this newer addition to the project. So the whole idea of this was basically to show you guys some of the needs that I had and the way I can answer them. It's really hard to paint a bigger picture of the whole collection and show you everything in details. But the main kind of idea to take away from this is, one, get to know your collection really well and plan in advance a little bit what you want to put with each male. If you tend to have a lot of females for one male, you can be in a pickle at some point if one male does not breed. You might find yourself with 8 females that you have to redistribute into a lot of males that might have also a lot of females. So having some secondary males and backup, either by holding back some animals or buying the right ones, is really, really important. And when you buy males, be really cautious about, do you have a lot of fire in your females? Do you have a lot of yellow belly in your female? Do you have a lot of black pastel in your female? Because obviously you don't want to make ivories, you don't want to make super fires, and you don't want to make black pastels, well, super black pastels, because you won't know what the other genes are in the mix. It can happen. It's not the end of the world if you have a pairing like that. But if all of your females are yellow belly combos, just don't go buy a yellow belly male. Absolutely avoid that. It's going to be a problem. 1 out of 4 is going to turn out ivory. You won't know what they are, and they're not going to sell for the same price. So by knowing what genes are in your female, by knowing, how many snakes do you attribute to each male, you're going to have a very clear vision, especially if you break that down into different projects. You're going to have a clear vision of, well, in my puzzle project, I definitely need another male. In my clown, I'm good. Maybe I could sell off a male that I don't need or have to hold back another one. And then if you want to venture to a new project, try to incorporate it with the right genes that you can fit properly in your collection. Don't just go buy whatever is available. There's a lot of research that go into this, and be mindful about, it's not because it's not available now and this is the only option that you have now that it's going to be the only option that's going to be available this whole year. There's a lot of snakes that are produced. A lot of those animals sell very, very fast, and it's about being able to identify your needs so you can, when you see it, the right animal, be the first one to buy and inquire. So on this, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Kind of, it's been a while since I've done kind of, education videos like that. I want to push out more contents for you like this. If you enjoy, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go check our available animals on Morph Market and subscribe to our Instagram page. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.